Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today we're going to be talking about something that everyone's wanting me to make a video on. And it's the fact that tournaments in Wizard101 are no longer a thing. Now here's the deal. If you've been playing PvP for a really long time, then you probably know about the fact that yes, there is a ranked PvP mode, and that's what you can access with these kiosks here depending on your level. But for the longest time, probably the more popular version of PvP were tournaments. And yes, these tournaments still do exist. They're still, you know, something you can basically enter in for gold. And these are really cool, right? I mean, they come with a lot of like rule sets. You have like different tournaments where it's more school specific because they give perks like life and death perk 2v2, like that type of stuff. There's a classic version without pets, amulets, or TCs. And I would argue one of the most popular tournament modes was quick match. Just literally the damage and pierce just gets higher and higher. The damage output gets higher and higher as the match goes on. It goes kind of wild. However, the reason these are no longer as popular these days is because now there are no rewards. As you can tell, if you actually go into the info section, they just blanked this part out because what they used to give is a currency that doesn't exist in the game anymore. When they overhauled PvP in general and created a new age, they replaced regular arena tickets with blue arena tickets. And I think this is a way to prevent people from having a ton of arena tickets from doing tournaments previously. And it was probably a way to balance out the cost of a lot of these things, right? Like if you want a dazzling defense opal, it costs a ton of blue arena tickets. If you just had like tens of thousands of arena tickets stockpiled from before this age, it would give an unfair advantage to some people. I kind of get why they retired the old currency. That's fine. What I don't get is after all of this time, why in the world are they not adding tournaments with rewards based on the new currency? It makes absolutely no sense. And here's the thing, they actually have the power of hindsight when it comes to structuring the reward. It used to be that you'd get maybe 20 to 30 regular arena tickets before the blue arena tickets, before all of that. It used to be that you'd get maybe 20 to 30 from a really high ranked game, and you would get like 1,000 from doing a tournament if you won first place. So obviously there was going to be inflated rewards from doing tournaments compared to doing ranked PvP. But I don't see why they don't just take how much you can gain from 4 matches, because that's how long a tournament is, and just apply those rewards over to tournaments. That itself would get people involved in tournaments because now they're getting a reward and they're getting an experience that's a little different than normal PvP, right? Having a plus 10 damage multiplier every round and 20 extra pierce, that's really cool. It's a totally different concept and it makes people play different, and it's a lot more casual and more fun for a lot of people. So disabling the rewards, even regardless of the fact that they used to be so inflated in the past, makes no sense. I don't know why they don't just adjust this, because this is a really good point of entry for a lot of players that don't want to do ranked PvP right away. And that brings us to something that I actually got inspired to make this video from, which is a recent statement from KiLive talking about how PvEers were doing tournaments more than just people that did PvP, and that they were doing this for overly generous rewards. This was a statement from the most recent KiLive, and the end to that statement was that it would lead to them watering down the PvP experience to cater to PvEers. And frankly, I don't understand this statement at all. If they're overly generous rewards, don't make them overly generous. And why does it matter if there's a tournament mode that is very different from ranked PvP that is catered to more casual players that are coming from the PvE segment? PvE is a gigantic part of the game compared to PvP. If there's anything that they actually like about PvP, why not capitalize on it and keep it somewhat separate from ranked PvP? There's nobody taking tournaments so seriously to the point where changes to this would need to affect ranked PvP. There's still pluses to both. The other thing that they implemented with 5th Age, which I think is extremely flawed, is the medal system. And the reason why I think it's flawed is because in order to get a gold medal, you have to at least, I believe, be captain, but I think it might be marshal. Essentially, the rate at which you get gold medals to create all kinds of things that are very relevant in PvP, you have to be pretty high rank in order to do it. I don't see why these gold medals couldn't drop by chance if you win first place in a tournament. That's it's an actual way for you to skillfully win. Why not add these so that you can have all kinds of cool cosmetics, like the new cards that everyone loves but no one can get, like these things? It would be cool if you could get this without actually needing to do extremely high ranked PvP, because to get to captain, to get to marshal, for a lot of people that's an intimidating task, and I like that it's intimidating in some ways, because you know, if you think about it, it's something to aim for, but for a lot of people it's so much that they're never going to actually try to get these cosmetic items because there's nothing that they can do to enter as a casual player. The other thing that I think that they should do, in my opinion, and this is something that I think might be a little bit more controversial, but I think that tournaments and regular PvP should have some similarities, and for that reason alone, I do think they should make it turn-based no matter what the mode is. Meaning the actual turn-based rule set should probably be yeeted, because at this point it's been 2 years of turn-based ranked PvP. I actually really like the other rule sets like Quick Match, Classic, just the fact that there are 4v4s, that's all cool and all, but I feel like if you're in a 4v4 and it's not turn-based, the players going first have a gigantic advantage with the way damage is right now. It's the same with Quick Match, right? In a couple of turns, you're looking at a 30%, 40% extra damage multiplier. At that point, the person going first can pull off a stun combo, pull off a hit and mantle. There's all kinds of things that they could do where it's very, very easy just to like slap the cheeks off their opponent. The other thing that I think they should really, really consider for these is making it so that you cannot change your gear between matches and can only change your deck. I don't know how easy that is to implement, but that was a really, really big problem with tournaments, and I think if you're trying to make this something where a casual player can enter in and have some fun, have some casual ass PvP, it gets a little annoying when some sweaty loser tryhard sees who they're gonna get and they put on their quad resist pet or something and make it impossible for you to win. That used to be a real strategy where, one, you could look at the actual bracket, see the name of the person you're going against, and either guess their school or you know them and you would set for them, or what's even more devious, if you finish a match early, you would go to your bracket and spectate the person that you think you're gonna get and literally note down what school everybody is and then set for them that way. There are some nefarious things, and I feel like if they're really trying to legitimately add rewards that are balanced to 4 games in a tournament and ones that incentivize people to do this different form of PP, especially as a beginner, then those kinds of things. The fact that turn-based is clearly more balanced, and the fact that you shouldn't just be able to set because you know a name or you stalked someone in the queue, that type of stuff shouldn't be in the game. That's just hella stupid, and I think it turns people off more than on from something like this. All in all, I think the fact that they have an actual kiosk for tournaments and they have the entire framework for it basically done, for it to have that much work put behind it and just be abandoned like this is just a really, really sad thing to see. So that's why I wanted to make this video on why I think they could totally bring it back and adapt it to 5th age, and also what I would change if they were to bring it back with reward. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys miss tournaments? What was your favorite part about tournaments, and what do you guys think they could do to make tournaments a thing again? As always, drop a like if you enjoyed, leave us a review. I want to get people's opinions on this, and that's why I want to make this video, so let me know in the comments. As always, I'll see y'all soon. Stay awesome. If somebody hasn't told you awesome and they doing something wrong, I'll see y'all soon, and yeah.